Hello, my name is Kelly Morgan, and have you ever wondered what makes me who I am? Well, I'm here to give you an inside view of my life. While learning about my life, you will find that being a diabetic, barrel racing, and transitioning in the FFA has given me a solid future to come. Beginning my life as a diabetic, I was diagnosed at the age of 3. My dad and my aunt took me to the hospital when I wasn't feeling well. I didn't want to go to a birthday party, and so it made them wonder. Well, I was diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic, and it was hard to transition to new food groups and taking shots. Transitioning into school, it was hard, as other people always wondered what you were doing. They wondered why you had to take shots and why you couldn't eat what they could. I was also the only diabetic in the school, which made it a little bit harder. Nobody understood what you were ever having to do. Growing up around the other diabetics was just as hard as anything else. They always wondered what you were eating, what you were doing, and where you were going. It was weird having everyone watch you give a shot because they didn't know, and so it just made you feel just a little bit smaller. All in all, the diabetic life hasn't affected me much. Being diabetic, though, has not affected my love of barrel racing. I got started in barrel racing 7 years ago. I had always had a love for horses and wanted to be just like my dad when he had a horse while he was young. I trained my horse from the ground up. I spent many hours in the practice arena making knocked barrels and knocked poles. It was hard to see that you knocked him over, but it's getting better as it goes. I started with the horse that didn't know anything. We ran 5D times, which was an accomplishment. I couldn't get any faster, so I spent more hours and hours in the practice pen. Currently, I am training my own young horse to barrel race. He is only 3 years old, and I get to train him how I want to train. We are currently running in the 3D now with my first horse. We are improving with every run, and it's quite an accomplishment. All in all, barrel racing has been a love of my life. I have always did it, and I will continue to do it into my future. Taking on this hobby, I found a new love for agriculture, and this is where my lifelong activity of the FFA organization came into play. Being an FFA, I had always thought about doing. I wanted to be in it because I thought the field trips were so fun. All the kids got out of class and didn't have to do any work, because what kid doesn't want to do work in school? I thought it was interesting to learn about animals. I wasn't so keen on learning about the plants though. Running through the 4 years that I was in high school, I had many different teachers, 4 to be exact. It was hard to have 4 different teachers through your whole life. There were many hardships, but we got through them. You had to learn a new style every single year that your teacher switched out. You had to deal with the good and the bad, but it came from learning your job interviews to public speaking. I got to learn about floriculture to horse judging, which was amazing because that's what I love to do. I learned something new from each teacher that I went through. I learned that you can be encouraged by the smallest things, and some of the smallest things give you the biggest boost in life. As a member in my freshman year, I wanted to be an officer. I wasn't ready to be an officer my freshman year, so I settled for sophomore year. I became the secretary of the FFA organization for my chapter. I got to take the notes for the chapter meetings and wrote the minutes for everyone we did. My junior year, I started out as vice president. I assisted the president in making many decisions for our club. Whenever the president wasn't there, I got to take over and lead our club in these meetings and all of the events that we went through. I became an area officer my junior year as well. I was the area historian and got to take over our whole area of students. It was quite an accomplishment to see all the people look up to you for all that you did. Finally, my senior year came. I tried out for president, and once we got over with our interviews, I found out that I was the president for my organization. The FFA organization has helped me in making my career decision. I love all aspects of agriculture, and I never want to be able to leave it. So, my teachers encouraged me to become an ag teacher. This love has boosted me and taught me to have a love for students and also learning about ag in the same way. I want to help teach other people about the wonders of agriculture, where their food comes from, and what animals are all about. Becoming an ag teacher has so many benefits, from seeing students grow into future doctors and leaders and anybody. So that's what I want to do when I grow up, is to lead the students into what they're going to be one day. All in all, FFA has been my lifelong dream, and I will continue that dream throughout my whole career. Being a diabetic, being able to barrel race, and participating in the Future Farmers of America organization has made me a well-rounded student in and out of the classroom. I hope that the activities that I participate in will help to inspire and encourage you to never give up. Thank you.